When we are learning data science or when we are working in the data science, we have to be aware of multiple technologies. We have to be aware of different statistics, different mathematical calculations and all. So as part of this, if I would like to talk to you about the mathematical and statistical perspective, okay, so for any project that we are working in the organization, it is very important for us to understand it so that we can able to give the predictive results, we can give the predictive analysis to the end users. Okay, so as when we are talking about the statistical and mathematical, we have to know about the distributions. So let us consider that if you would like to find out the frequency distribution table, then how we have to use it or how we have to calculate it using the formulas in data science. Hi, I am M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn and understand what is a frequency distribution. So how we going to calculate the n number of intervals, and we are even going to find out the frequency distribution table. So by the end of this video, you could be able to get a very clear idea on how we have to work on frequency distribution in data science. So watch till the end. My dear viewers, here let's consider that I have a column called A. So if you observe every value in this column, okay, just observe every value in this column: 1, 8, 21, 23, 31, 41, 43, 49, 56, 64, 71, 74, 76, 78, 80, 83, 88, 90, 94, 100. So every value that I am choosing in the column A is unique. No single value is repeated more than one time. Okay, it is not repeated more than one time. So now if we see the frequency, so what I'm just doing is that I'm just having the frequency of every value, because every value is unique. It is only one time. It is not getting repeated more than one time. That's the reason I have considered the frequency as 1 here. So if you calculate the overall, we have how many? We have 20. Okay, so 20 rows we have it with the 20 numbers which are completely unique. So here, if I would like to talk to you about the intervals, so generally what people will do if I talk to you about the statistics or the statistical analysis and all this way, we will be considering the interval starting from 5 till 20. So depending upon the requirements, depending upon the case scenarios, our intervals will be frequently changing. So in our case, let us consider my interval here. It is 5. Okay, it is 5 intervals. I would like to choose it. So now what I am going to do is that with these 5 intervals, I am going to calculate the intervals width that I have it in my particular column A. So for this, what is the formula? The formula that I am going to choose here is that what is my maximum number? That maximum number minus I am going to choose my minimum number, which I am going to divided by number of intervals. Okay, that I am going to divide it by number of intervals. So this is what I am going to consider the formula here. So just let me write the formula like this so that it will be helpful. Okay, so what I have done, I have written a formula which is my maximum number. So what is my maximum number here? The highest number that I have is 100. Okay, what is the number that I have here? It is 100. 100, it is, I'm going to divide with what? I'm 100 minus minimum number. 100 minus 1 divided by 5. Okay, so what I'm going to get here, just that we are going to see. So what I'm doing here, what is the maximum number? 100. What is my minimum number? 1. I'm going to divide it by number of intervals. How many intervals we have here? We have 5. So if we see the output for this one, it will be 19.8. So 19.8 will be the output for my particular formula that I have considered. So in order to remove the points here, just let me consider it as 20. What I'm doing, I'm just 19.8, which is equal to 20. Okay, so I have got my intervals width. Okay, now I have got my intervals width. So let's understand the frequency distribution table. So in this frequency distribution table, I'm just starting my interval. Okay, and here I will end my interval. So what I'm considering here, 1 adding with 20, it will become 21. So again, the end, from where we have ended, we have to start from there, right? So now I am starting with 21, I am adding 20 here, it will become 41. Again, with 41 I will start here, I will end with 20. 41 plus 20, we will become 61. So again I am starting with 61, my interval that will end with adding 20. 61 plus 20, which is 81. So now again I will start with 81 here, and I will count 81 plus 20. So what is 81 plus 20? It is 101. 101. Okay. So this is what I have done just now here. So what I have done, I have just started my interval, and I have ended my interval. So with where I am ending, from there I am starting it, and I am using my interval with 20. Then I am calculating it. Okay, so this is my start of the interval. This is my end of the interval. So now let's find out what is the frequency of this starting and ending of the interval. Okay, let's find out the frequency. If we consider 1 to 21, okay, 1 to 21. So in between 1 to 21, how many we have? We have the frequency of 2. Okay, again if we consider, so 21 to 41. So 21 to 41, if we consider here, how many we have? What is the number of total intervals we have? That is 21, 23, 31, 41. Okay, so how many we have? We have 4. Okay, again in the same way we will be having, so 41 to 61. If you see here, 41 to 61, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again we have 64 here, so we will be having 3. Again 61 to 81. 61 to 81, if we consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we don't have it. Okay, so because it is 80, we are counting up to 81. Okay, so 83 is starting here. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are considering 6 here. Again 81 to 101. 81 to 101, if you see, starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. So after 100, it's 101, right? So 5. So this is the frequency that I have it, right? Now we have the start of the interval, we have the end of the interval. Now we have also calculated the frequency. Let's go and find out what will be my relative frequency. This is very important. Okay, frequency is different, relative frequency is different. So how are you going to calculate your relative frequency? We are going to calculate the relative frequency with a formula: frequency divided by the total frequency. Okay, frequency divided by total frequency. Okay, so here what is the frequency? 2. So 2 divided by, so what is the total frequency we have interval? That is 20. Okay, 2 divided by 20, which is equal to 0.10. Okay, in the same way, if we calculate 4 divided by 20, so what will be the answer here? It will be 0.20. Again in the same way, if we calculate 3 divided by 20, okay, if we calculate 3 divided by 20, 3 divided by 20, so what will be the value here? It will be 0.15. Okay, again if we go and calculate 6 divided by 20, so what will be the value here? 6 divided by 20, it's 0.30. Again if you go and calculate 5 divided by 20, so 5 divided by 20, it will be 0.25. Okay, it will be 0.25. So this is how we have to calculate the relative frequency. Okay, so this is what you call it as the frequency distribution table. So this is what we call it as frequency distribution table. So what we are doing here is that we are grouping the data that we have into intervals, then we are finding out the frequencies. Okay, so when we are trying to do in this way, it is very easy for us in order to showcase our values in a visual representation as well. So this is how we have to calculate the frequency distribution table in data science. So in this video, we have learned what is a frequency distribution and how to work on frequency distribution table in data science. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for data knowledge. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.